confetti everywhere.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. This is Between Sisters. And if you didn't know, we're all sisters. That's right. I don't know who was first in.
I was first for the first time.
Yes.
What?
First at 7:30 I was here.
What? So first
Yes.
in, you got the youngest of the crew. It's EVE, everybody. That's her New Year's resolution.
New Year's.
Be on time.
Be on time.
All right. It's EVE. Next in was Shauna Dawn. In that pink cable knit. That's right. Last in is the deep wave. And the eye makeup is hidden.
For sure. Come on, blends.
Come on, blends. It's Kish. It's Keish. That's right, everybody. The sisters is back, and we are in full effect. Let me tell you something. This year, the dimes have been dropped. That is an old school term, and I'm telling my age. Because, well, what?
You're a baby boomer.
Gen X. We are Gen X.
Everybody wants to start off the year being comedians, huh? Everybody wants to start off the year being Dave Chappelle. Anyway, this year everybody is snitching. What's the new term, Eve? Since you were Gen Z, what's the term that they use?
Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
Oh, oops.
You a Gen Z.
No, I'm a Gen X, boo.
Chris is Gen Z.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Gen Z.
Wrong generation. So what's the terminology that they use for like dropping dimes? Like,
I didn't know there was a term. Is it a term?
I didn't know there was a term either.
I just thought it was snitching.
Yeah, I just thought it was like
snitching.
Clout, or they could be like clout chasing,
Yeah.
clout chasing or something like that.
But it's still snitching.
Yeah, like I say, bitch, you
But
snitch.
apparently nobody getting stitches because everybody's snitching.
Because everybody's snitching.
now everybody's snitching. People actually is going to trial and snitching on camera. You know, that whole Rico thing with what Young Thug niggas is on camera snitching. You know, they ain't pleading the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They snitching everything, and nobody getting stitches.
No.
And it seemed like everybody from the Gen X generation felt the need to come out and tell about everything that has happened in our generation back in the back within the 90s, early 2000s.
Well, because back then there was no IG Live, and so I think now is when everybody feels like, well, now I have my own camera, so now I will tape and just tell it all. But I don't know, at the end of the day, I don't think it makes them, I feel like, tell your own truth.
Yes.
But don't bring
Other people.
right into it.
So why do you think it's like a trend? Everybody is putting everything on blast now.
It probably was eating everybody up on the inside, and they were just like, I gotta get this out, or I don't know.
Which I can, okay, but I just don't think you'd have to name names. Like, why say I slept with A or I did this with B? It's just like, tell your own story, but don't
put other people's
other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like with Keith Murray, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and don't get
The
me.
most beautifulest thing in this world is telling other people's business.
Yeah.
Just like that.
He made some dope music, but I'll be honest with you, if I thought about Keith Murray 2 times in 2022, that's a lot.
Right.
So with that being said, a lot of these people who are snitching need some money. They need some publicity. They've been under a rock hiding, and they are seeing all this money being, passed around. They're like, wait a minute, I'm part of that industry. I need something.
Yeah, because
the funny thing was, someone showed me a video of Keith Murray like performing in somebody's basement. It might have been in your basement, Kaya. Like, I was like, and this is recently. I'm like, okay, Keith, we got to that point where you performing in basements, so he needs money. He needs money.
Did you see when he was performing and he was humping on some girl and he literally fell with the girl?
Yes.
I was like, what is this Negro doing?
The last time I saw him was when he came out. Was that at the meth versus red?
The verses? Probably.
That was, I think, the last
here?
time
He performed.
I saw him.
He did. He performed with them.
Okay, so then that was.
What song is he in with Meth and Red?
Oh,
Not 4, 3, 2, 1.
See, that's the thing. I don't even remember what song he in with them.
That's Cannabis and X.
And X.
That's not
And LL.
right.
No, I think Keith Murray was on there because the one with Foxy at the very end, the one with Foxy Brown when she sounded like a little boy. Who shot you? Who shot you?
Oh, yeah.
He's on that one.
Yeah.
He's on that one.
Gotcha.
But I wasn't thinking about Keith Murray, but when he came out with the tea about who was giving him fellatio and who he was doing, I was like, oh, I would respect him more if they give you hints. And then you
not tell who it was, because suppose the other, why out the other person?
But like they say, all press is good press. Don't matter if it's bad or nice, it's still bringing, people are still going to trend your name after that. You know how much money you could get from a name just trending?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
true.
think about Keith.
Yeah, all press is good press. So
he also says that he wants Diddy to give him his publishing. But who doesn't want Diddy to give him their publishing?
I did a verse with him one time.
I think I need my publishing from Diddy.
For one of the singles that he had,
I wrote one of them songs.
Background on it,
Did anybody from Bad Boy ever get their publishing?
Well, then Jadakiss and Jadakiss got their stuff. Didn't they get their? I think they got their stuff.
Yeah,
I think if anybody would get publishing back, it would be Jadakiss and Styles.
He's not playing
by force.
Yes,
hey, you go give it to me.
Elbow against their neck. Against the wall, what I'm saying.
I love his laugh.
Yeah,
I love Jadakiss though. Like it's just that rough, and he not. It's just like, oh, tell me what to do. This is me block. This is me.
So I can totally see them getting there.
So he also said that Shauna from DTP, Disturbing the Peace, gave him fellatio.
Keith Murray?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was talking about Shauna.
Foxy Brown.
I was like, why name names? That's your place.
And that's a man, that makes you look corny.
Yes.
When you, as a man doing that, when I hear people, I'm like, you whack for that. Like, you for that. In my opinion, you look really corny when you do that as a man.
So how do y'all feel about Jaguar Wright? Because she's been, all right.
So, Jaguar, right? Her former video that she did a few years ago when she was talking about the train that Mary got run on her and how she outed Tevin Campbell. That stuff that I don't agree with. But how she was doing all of that stuff. But the recent interview that she did a few weeks back, she looked like she was sane. She looked like she looked like she was in her right mind. She looked like she was thoughtful in her answers.
Yes.
But one thing that she said that has stuck with me until this day, she said that Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell.
Right.
Andre Harrell is dead. Heavy D. Heavy D is dead. Kim Porter is dead. Albie Shore just got out of a coma, was near death. And Diddy.
He's the only one like,
take that. She said, when stuff keeps happening, you can't just chalk it up to coincidence. And she said the thing that all of them had in common was that they were all writing tell-all books before their death. Now, I don't know how true that may be, but when everybody around you is dying but you, and she kept saying how evil Diddy was. She was like, that's an evil man. He's the devil. She was just like, he's the devil. He was the devil. And then she was talking about Jay and B and Aaliyah and how Jay was so obsessed with Aaliyah. But Aaliyah didn't want him. She wanted Dane. And when Aaliyah died, Beyonce's career was in the trash. And she was doing her blow your horns with the Austin Powers, movies. And her solo career was in the trash. And Aaliyah was the rising star.
She sure did say that.
And Aaliyah died. And then all of a sudden, Beyonce took off. And then J and B, their union.
I guess for me,
she's like all of these coincidences.
Okay.
Okay.
But so is she saying that they had a hand in?
She's not saying. She didn't say that they had a hand in the plane crash, but she's just like, it's too many coincidences for it to be a coincidence.
I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know.
I usually don't promote other shows on this show, but I'm gonna say something, give y'all a little tea. There's a psychic named Sloan Bella, Italian lady, blonde, short hair. When you get a chance, look her up, and she does an interview with Biggie Smalls, who's dead. She's a psychic. He's telling her, one thing I will tell you, she's very long-winded, so you just gotta sit down, get a blanket, get a bag of chips, and Biggie is telling her how he was killed and who orchestrated
the spirit of
Biggie is giving her the tea of who killed him. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta. He said it was like a play, and when he looks at how the whole thing was orchestrated, he is astounded. And there's a lady that was involved from Chicago. She started snitching in the end about some things that happened in the industry. She's dead now too. But she was smart. She did it when she got diagnosed with cancer, and she had terminal cancer. So she started coming out with some.
That's like the ain't like Bitcoin or something, like all the millionaires or billionaires that made money off of that are just like suddenly dying. Like one died in a car.
The Bitcoin, the Bitcoin,
like 5 of them that just randomly died. And everybody's like,
just happenstance. And I'm not one to be this whole conspiracy theory thing, but when I looked at the Surviving R. Kelly, the last 4 chapters, and seeing what happened with Aaliyah and how her family was instrumental in her connection and the fact that the family got paid off, like their agreement with R. Kelly was to get the royalties from his first 3 albums. That was their payment to not say anything.
That's crazy.
That was their NDA. You will get the royalties from your first 3 albums. To shut up.
You know what's sad? They sold their souls for that to preserve her career. It was one of those things. They just brushed everything under the carpet to preserve her career because they didn't want it to stain her career. So everything was just like, like after a while, you just like, whatever happened to that case? And she's up there performing, and he's up there performing, and nothing was done. But at the very end of the day, see what happened? Aaliyah ended up dead anyway. So
and it's just like, who was there to protect her?
Yeah. But her rumors that, R. Kelly was with her mother too, but that's another story.
I heard that too.
I don't know. I just feel like she isn't here, and I feel like so many people are telling her story, and I feel like if you weren't there, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know.
One thing they mentioned in that documentary though, somebody was trying to imply like if Aaliyah's family had did the right thing from day one, he wouldn't have been able to go as far as he did with all those other women. So it's kind of like, had y'all?
I don't know. I just feel like if it's in you, you will find a way. It just may not have been her. It may have been somebody else. But I just feel like if that was in him, it would have found a way out.
They said in the documentary that her name was mentioned 361 times during the trial. But yet her mom, her father, and her nasty creep of an uncle that was supposed to be never once came out and protected her, but they made money. Like he got $90 million after she died. I just feel like they didn't protect her, and like hearing the stuff that came out.
That's their side. The family is never really told.
They never said anything.
So I'm just saying, so it's easy to automatically go with the side that you hear. I'm not saying that their side is right, but I'm just saying that there's 2 sides. Well, 3 sides, their side, and there's truth. Yeah. So I think they're, I'm sure there is some truth, but I'm sure if the family ever does talk, if they ever give their side, it may be like, oh, wow, okay. So that's my take on it.
Well, one thing I do commend, talking about all these people that are snitching and like with Keith Murray, Jaguar Wright, what I do commend is most of the people don't say anything. They don't like do a response back. Like Mary J. Blige has never addressed the situation between her and Jaguar Wright.
Like, why should she? She is the queen.
Yeah, so the
hip hop soul. Why should she?
Yeah, she's like, I'm not gonna come off my throne and come in. And
exactly.
Like Beyonce doesn't address anything.
And again, why should she?
Anything? Like, I ain't gonna address that.
Yeah. But there was also a video that came out that said that there was an opportunity for the Black media, Black hip hop producers to have the chance to own the rights to the hip hop conglomerate, if you will, and that Jay-Z sold them out to. I forgot the dude's name, but it was a guy that was within the industry, like the Benny the Butcher type. It was a guy that was within the industry. And this apparently when I was talking to people they were just like, where you been? This is something that they've been saying for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, well, I never heard the story. So apparently Jay-Z sold them out to like the Leors and the, you know, and once that happened, Jay-Z became the Billy. And I'm just like, if that did happen, because I had just did the break it down, and I'm just like, because I did it on the R. Kelly situation, and I'm just like, why is it that nobody's talking about the whole Jigga Kelly not guilty, the connection with Jay-Z and R. Kelly, and how close they were, and how they did Fiesta and Not Guilty? Because I used to bump Not Guilty like it was my anthem, like I did a crime and I was not guilty. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
Kaya's favorite. She was like, the chilling in my 4.6 at the light. Kaya used to run there.
You couldn't tell me that I wasn't, and the best of both worlds, the whole album. And I'm just like, how is it that we just skipped over that and nobody's just like, Jay didn't know nothing about
when it
R. Kelly spreading feces on women?
Listen, we all knew. When that happened, by that point, we all saw the video. I had a VHS. When that song came, I had a VHS tape of R. Kelly peeing on somebody's face. So I was in the background like this, I was like that, like, what are we doing here? And everybody's at weddings, and we were all, not me, but
yeah, no, but when he said that he didn't do it, we were just like, well, maybe he didn't do it, but we weren't around him. But Jay-Z was with him. He was with him. So you trying to say you ain't never seen we know people in our family that be like that, act like they innocent and they ain't womenizers and stuff like that. But we know they womenizers.
But we are not going to snitch up.
But there's a difference between the people in our family being womanizers and people in our family being pedophiles. If there's somebody in our family that are pedophiles,
well, thank God that we don't have that.
Right.
That's a whole different story, Jerry.
I will say this. If you look at the timeline from beginning to end, up until the point he was put in jail, one thing R. Kelly had balls. He had balls through the whole process where every time he was in court for something, he'll be on Arsenio Hall show, he'll be on this, and he would be like, and I'm like, and I would be sitting there like, y'all are serious? Like, we are really congratulating this dude and he's on trial because he's a pedophile? Like, I was very floored through the whole process. I kept saying this. Sometimes I felt uncomfortable listening to his music before, even when VHS came out with that whole documentary, or Lifetime, whoever did that documentary. I would be sitting there like, we really listening to his music? You be at weddings. So he's been from day one, if you really think, from the time with Aaliyah, every time he effed up, he was always in the media performing, and everybody was buying his tickets, and no one cared. So I'm not even,
I'll be honest with you. I was believing the nigga. I was just like, he said he didn't do it.
But don't forget what R. Kelly did to Jay-Z on their tour. Remember when Jay-Z had to scrape up all his friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and friends.
Yeah. After he said that somebody in the audience was waving a gun. We was in the concert right after the Madison Square Garden when he said somebody was in the audience with a gun.
Yep.
And we was just like, oh shoot. Then we went to the very next concert at the Meadowlands with J.O. Dollar. With Gucci, and we was just like, oh shoot, Kels ain't gonna be there. But then we got a very pleasant surprise because Mary, Bus, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, we had everybody there.
Yeah.
So we was like, something. When y'all was at that very same concert, I had a VHS tape in my house by that point of him peeing on the girl's face. So by that point, everybody and their mother knew. Wendy Williams was saying it to everybody. Everybody had an idea of what was going on. I think even by that point, there was some kind of trial. By the time y'all went to that concert, he got off. 2 times. The one with the first time with Aaliyah and the second
That
time
was after the fact.
So after all the evidence y'all had, y'all still went and bought a ticket to this man's concert.
Well, I ain't look at that video. That video, I don't think I looked at. I didn't see that video because I was just like, I was believing what he said, but then after he has talked about somebody was in the audience waving a gun, I was like, what is wrong with him? Is he crazy? Something wrong with him?
And you know,
at the garden.
But me and hubby, for the Trapped in the Closet. So when I was watching Trapped in the Closet, I enjoyed it. Like especially the first few chapters, I enjoyed it. But I was like, yo,
you can do it, pimpin'.
I was singing that pedophile, and I was saying to myself, yo, you singing a pedophile song.
I bought the DVDs. I got the DVDs. I got the Trapped in the Closet chapters 1 through 30.
Yes, he was so clever. A package.
Yes,
if that's the case, you have to stop listening to so many songs.
You gotta stop listening to everybody because everybody got some kind of issue.
My favorite song, one of my favorite songs is "This Is Mr. Biggs."
How you doing, Mr. Biggs? Me and the guys was talking. When we did the show the other day, we was talking about Mike, and we was talking about You Are Not Alone.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that song.
R. Kelly.
Right, you gotta cut out a lot of songs. Like
R. Kelly.
And just a lone. Like, come on, that song is everything.
He wrote for Celine Dion. He wrote for
Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney Houston. He sang at Whitney's funeral. When he sang at Whitney Houston's funeral, he was a straight up pedophile. Like everybody named mother knew.
He wrote.
And they all stood up. TD Jakes stood up behind him and was just like
not TD. That's
TD or did he not? Okay.
My own bishop was there on the stage.
So about hey. Come on now. So like, and I'm not gonna say that. The thing about it is, how do you feel about the fact that he had a child with this chick and is talking about he loved Carisha, but she not the side chick?
But
and
there was a meme when he was bending in front of her doing like this. He was just like, I now dub you the main hoe.
Let me tell you about
I now you the main hoe.
She happy. She happy.
She happy. She not complaining.
She not complaining.
Hold whoever she has. And look, I'm on a yacht. Look, broke niggas do the same thing.
So
that's another thing. That's another thing Jaguar Rice said. She was just like, why is it that Cassie says she can't do it no more? You getting what 500,000 a month, or what was she getting? 250,000 a month from this dude from Diddy, and yet Cassie was just like, I can't do this no more. What kind of evil was she seeing that she was just like, I can't do this no more. I got to go.
Let me tell y'all something. I'll be walking around in my house slippers, my robe. Who that in that room with you? Okay.
My business.
I'll be looking at my check. Okay, y'all have a good time. You and the fellas have a good time.
But look, she has her show Carisha Please and stuff like that. All press is
I don't know.
Who are we to say that's not what she should do?
I will say this.
That's on her.
I had a whole new respect for Diddy. I don't know if it was his birthday or I don't know what the occasion was, but it was him. This is when him and Cassie were together. Him and all the baby mothers. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
And Cassie was right on his lap and she was dancing. Everybody was dancing, enjoying the life. I was like, yo, look at God. This dude, and they were all happy. All happy. Shoot. do.
If it works for y'all,
If it works for you,
it works for you,
that
boo.
works for you.
Because I know I live
There's something that no, but there's something that's there. There was something that was there that she was just like, because clearly he still wanted children because he just had one with this chick, and Cassie wanted children. She wanted a family. So Cassie got what, 2 kids now?
And she's married.
She's married.
Gonna get married.
So okay, so speaking of people snitching, so y'all saw the story with Young Jock, how the story behind Cassie getting the side of her head shaved.
Oh yes, I did see that. Yes.
So it was like that was so deep, you know, like the fact that he saw somebody up in the club, like, Cassie, I want you to shave the side of your head. But let me tell you something right now. If I'm getting $250,000 a month, nigga, bold it is. By the time we left the club, the style will be shaved. We'll go tomorrow and fix this up, boo.
I'll be like, anybody got a razor? Anybody got a razor?
Matter of fact, I would send somebody to the corner store. Go to the local bodega up the street.
Can we stop by the bodega?
That's horrible.
That's they love you.
Young Jock would have been like, yo, she went in the bathroom at that very moment and shaved the side of her head.
He was like, sure did.
That's like Cedric the Entertainer. Remember years ago when NBA players could come like to the meetings in any kind of like garb.
Oh yeah.
And then they started making them wear suits and stuff.
Yeah.
Cedric was like, listen, you tell me.
Wear clown suit.
He said you have to wear clown suit. He said I put the on. And you guys heard me talking. He said you better do what they say to do.
I don't know, but I feel like there's
but that's you. That's
no,
you.
I'm just saying I feel like there's a level of wickedness.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Oh yeah, but that's something that they have to deal with between them and their God. And
remember when they used to say, how come everybody that get with him become a pastor or something?
Oh, yes.
What's his name that became a Israelite or a Muslim? What was that? Oh, Jewish. He became Jewish.
Was it Loon?
Not Loon. Loon became something. Loon became Muslim. Then the other one, he had like a deep voice like Biggie Smalls.
Oh, Shine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he had the 2 curls on the side.
Yeah.
He got,
I don't know. Don't it seem like everybody that so that everybody that get down with Diddy end up
they go find God. They go find God.
That was like when I did the Dipset video, and half of the video was in the church, right? One of his team members came to me and he was just like, oh, you're going to do this and stuff. I was just like, nah. He was just like, you already sold yourself to the devil by doing this video. I was just like, the blood of Jesus. The blood.
I know you was in church on Sunday, Jesus.
I was like, Lord, you know my heart, Lord. I
know you was in church. You grabbed the mic. It was like, Sister Yvette, you ain't scheduled to sing this Sunday. Don't worry. I got this.
He said that to me. He's like, you already sold yourself to the devil. You're doing this video right now. And I was just like,
I bind that demon in the name of Jesus. I'd have laid hands on him right there. The blood. Cast you out right now in the name of.
Oh, we ain't doing that. Nuh-uh.
I know you just sit right in your bed that night.
Thank you, Jesus. I had a Trinitarian service. Thank you, Jesus.
You gonna hold the water yourself?
Satan!
You taking the water and just going down?
But did he like go into more detail, or was that all he said?
Or did you just walk away from him
in
disgust?
Or did you just be like
and then he had my number, and then he was like sending me pictures. I said, motherfucker. That's all I have. I was like, motherfucker. Send me.
Oh, he was just one of them people that he was trying to test your boundaries.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
That's what that was.
No. And it just shows like how quickly it could just turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I got paid for a music video. I'm doing a music video. And he just, I said, oh, whoa, we're not doing that.
Listen, that Dipset.
That's grooming.
That Dipset can get dipped.
In the holy, and what's it called? Baptized in the holy water.
Real quick.
It wasn't Jim. It wasn't them. It was somebody on their team.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I was just like, don't do that. Come on.
Yeah.
True.
Well, if you have YouTube, the video's out on YouTube and everything. You'll see it, right?
Yeah.
Listen, this just shows you that industry rule number 4080. Record company people are shady. And the people that's around the record company people and the people and the other people are shady. So you just got to keep yourself covered at all times.
Definitely.
You
and
know,
if it morally doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10 it's not right.
everything that glitters ain't gold.
All money ain't good money.
But that's some people have to find that out on.
Yeah, like I had to find out. I was just like, what?
Like your own brother, he said that had he sold his soul, he would have got bigger in his career as a DJ.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And he was, so many people can't approach him on that level to be gay. And he's like, I'm not gonna be gay to get a higher spot in the club. Like, what kind of shit is that?
This ain't Chuckalisa.
I cannot picture my big ass brother. I'm like, if you don't sit your big black ass down,
you don't even look right.
Sit down. Why you talking about this? Give Keisha's wig back.
What they said in school days for the homies. Good God, yes.
Look at that.
Nah, B. So, spoiler alert, it's all about the best man, the final chapters on the next episode of Between Sisters. Can't wait. Malcolm Lee, let me say this. I'm so glad that you guys did it this way and not a movie.
Me too.
Because it gave us
that
a chance.
Closure.
Yes.
And
it gave us. You still need more?
I still need more.
Yeah, I want more chapters.